And now I'm going to hand it off to Tatiana, and she's going to go through everything repotting.
All right, everybody. So now that you learned what to do when you want to move your beautiful plants outside, let's try to see what we want to do when we actually want to put them in a nice bigger pot or freshen them up for the new season. So why should you repot your plants? So at least once a year, you should really repot your plants, because after a while, that soil that they've been sitting in gets really old and mucky and nasty. You want your soil to be nice and full of nutrients for your plants so that it can grow and prosper, get some fresh new leaves going. So my suggestion is go out to Home Depot, Target, or if you are a super plant guru, make yourself a nice little mix of soil that works best for your plant and start repotting. The best things to look for when you're repotting is to make sure that you don't compact your soil too much, because that hinders your plants from getting any of the nutrients from the soil, from the water for the soil, or even like if you're doing some nice fertilizing, it can't really reach the roots. So you want to make sure that you don't overstuff your plants with new soil. Then also, as you're repotting, check your plant to see if it has any bugs coming in. You already know the summer just brings bugs no matter what you do. So, pests, they love bugs, they love flowers and plants. So check it out. See if you see eggs, if you see little things crawling inside there. That's a good indicator, like, you know what? Yeah, time to change my soil. I like to take everything out, wash my roots down of my plant, if you're brave enough to do so. If not, just get the bulk of it out, get that fresh soil and, toss it on top and get some nice, you can get like neem oil to spray down to get rid of those buggies, to help your flowers and your plants to prosper, because bugs, they're really damaging. So that's like the main thing to look for. And when is it a good time to repot? Usually you can repot anytime, but the best time to do it is in the spring, summer, and fall months, because that's when your plants are really growing. They're out of that dormant stage that they're in the winter, so they have more opportunities to grow. You can still do it in the winter, but they're not really growing, so it's kind of like, you don't want to kill them. They kind of put them into a shock because they're kind of sleeping, and it's like you're waking them up when you're repotting them in the winter. So it's best to do it during the warm months. And some other good tips for repotting: just make sure when you do so, don't get a container that's too big. Like, say if your pot is a 4-inch pot, go up to a 6. You don't want to go up to like a 10 or a 20, because when you do that, that actually hurts the plant. Say you're trying to water your plant, none of that water is getting to your plant. It's just getting soaked up by the soil. And I feel like by the time it gets to the roots, it's already halfway dried up. So try to get a pot that's just one size up so that your plants can get some nutrients from the fertilizer or water that you're using, because anything bigger than what it is already in is just not going to work.